Louie C. the Mayor checking in. Boy, let me tell you, man, the phone is off the hook today. Big news just coming in about Fantasy Fest. So we're going to get to the meats and potatoes. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit the notifications right over here. Boop! If you got love for Louie C. the Mayor, go all the way up like Fat Joe. Throw them hearts up and share. Boop, 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 boop. And subscribe right here to my YouTube channel. And if you want to sponsor the show and reach thousands, go ahead and inbox me on any platform, and we're going to get right back to you and let you know what's going on. So let me get to the meats and potatoes of what's going on. We got breaking news out of Fantasy Fest. Fantasy Fest 2021 has not been canceled. Let me repeat that. Fantasy Fest 2021 not canceled. T much on production today. We're going to read an official statement here momentarily with the festival director, what she said, and then we're going to get into any questions, comments, concerns. But the party is going strong, and Fantasy Fest will happen this year. So at this point, T much, can you read me the official statement from Fantasy Fest? Nadine Grossman talking about what's going on with the good old Fantasy Fest.
To our festival friends, partners, and participants, we cannot look into the future, but we can certainly see what's happening in our community today. The impact that the new variant COVID-19 has made. We have decided to cancel the Fantasy Fest parade and the Friday and Saturday street fair scheduled for October 29th and 30th, 2021. At this time, we are placing the Friday Masquerade March on hold. Fantasy Fest will look different this year, but it's not canceled.
Okay.
There will be a schedule of events hosted in and around Key West, many of your favorite venues. Please be prepared with masks, a vaccination or negative test, or as these venues may enforce their own rules for entry to these events. Key West and the Florida Keys are open for business, and our festival partners are looking forward to welcoming you. They're already working diligently to keep their operations safe and your safe health. Please do your part and continue to navigate the best way in October. Festival Director Nadine Grossman or the Fantasy Fest events team.
Okay, so I think this is a wonderful example of people working together. So once again, Fantasy Fest is not canceled. All parties will go on schedule. If you want to see some of the biggest parties, go to Fantasy Fest Celebrity Parties 2021 right here on Facebook, and we'll find out what's really going on, because the show must go on, and we have to, like I said, work together with people, so like that we could keep people safe. So that's the breaking news. If you just tune in right now, share, boop, 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 boop. And we're going to get to the meats and potatoes. Y'all got any questions? Unfortunately, my favorite event, the Fantasy Fest Parade, that's my favorite event. That's when I turn up the maximum. Is not going to happen this year, but we will be back at it next year for the Fantasy Fest Celebrity Party Float. So we'll just keep working on that. So that's all love. Thank y'all for coming in. And all love right now. If you got any comments, questions, this will be the time. Also, T-Much, we did not see anything that said that Goombay was canceled, correct?
Nope.
So as far as what I'm understanding, it looks like Goombay is still going on, which is a local favorite event. And what else did they say was canceled beside the parade?
The street fair.
The street fair and the parade. And also, a lot of people don't know that the zombie bike ride is not an official event of Fantasy Fest, but don't quote me on that. But the zombie bike ride promoters have decided that they're not going to do an official zombie bike ride this year. So that's basically it. As far as vaccines, masks, and different rules and regulations that might occur, it's up to the venue itself to put different procedures in place, as far as if you have to enter with a mask or if you have to have a proof of vaccination. That's up to the individual venues. So venues are going to have big parties. Matter of fact, the Saturday night, the Dirty Doctors Nurses Party, one of the biggest parties. This is going to be a really, really big party. We have a lot of square footage. where we having the event, so we can spread out people, and it's just going to be a lovely situation that we look forward to, taking care of first responders worldwide and planners above and beyond. Terry, Mark has got a good block going on my side. Do you have anybody coming in?
Jenny Lynn Roberts, Jason Garcia. You got some people watching.
Go ahead.
No one's commenting.
Well,
Biscat Mendola.
Gotcha.
So that's that right there.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming in. So that's basically where we at now. The vaccination is a big topic, and some people are for vaccination, some people are not. I think that you should do what's best for you and your family, get all the information. I can't tell y'all what to do. I do want to give a shout out to Bob Eady, the #1 health director in the planet. Planets Above and Beyond Monroe County came on the show. If you go to my YouTube, you'll see what he said there as far as Fantasy Fest. So thank y'all for coming in on the podcast. Please share right now. We need to get his information all over right now. Boop, boop. So if you have plans to come down for Fantasy Fest, don't break them. Don't cancel no reservations. Come on down. The party is going to continue with a couple different changes. So that's basically where we're at. So I think what happened in advance of tomorrow's, Wednesday City Commission meet, I think that everybody got together and made an agreement. This is how things should happen. So all love, we're going to work together. And I stress for you doctors to work together. Let's not be fighting about ivermectin. Yes, no, let's just get to the meats and potatoes. You have an opinion. Another doctor might have their opinion. And just keep it moving, and let's just keep people safe. If you want to have the best chance of not to get sick, do not go out at all. I guarantee you, like I said before, if you put one of those bank vault doors, the ones that spin with the pinwheel, there's no chance. It's a very small chance that you can get sick. Shout out to and prayers to New Orleans, Louisiana, all the people affected by the storm, tragic storm. We know about storms as we're the best people living in the world when it comes to these storms. So I hope these people are okay. So the news is good. Fantasy Fest is not canceled, which is great, because by that being canceled completely, a lot of people would have lost their livelihoods because of all we've been through this year. So that is absolutely outstanding. Let me see what else we got out here. We talked about the vaccine and the masks. To stay safe out there. There will probably be vaccine stations, mask stations all over Fantasy Fest zones, so people could receive their masks. And it's up to the premises, the private, what they need to do as far as requiring people to wear masks. Nobody really wants to wear a mask unless they have to. And like I said, that's up to individual businesses. Terry, anybody else on that side before I go to something else?
Same people.
Okay. So all love right now. Let me see what else we got. Like I said, the parade, unfortunately, is canceled. So far, I don't see anything basically stating that Goombay has been canceled. Also, in the 813, 813 is big. Is that your friends down there in the 813? These group called Tampa Fantasy Team. Yeah. Go check them out on Facebook. Thank you all for coming down, supporting the Florida Keys. They got a great group on Facebook. If you want to see some Fantasy Fest information, go to Fantasy Fest Celebrity Parties and go to Keys Tickets. Everybody watching, you want to get some tickets and get your VIP. A lot of the VIP tickets are sold out. Go to keystix.com. That's for Fantasy Fest Celebrity Parties 2021. And, we stay with a party down here. Where's the Party Key West on Facebook? I'll tell you every party that's going on here, everywhere in the Keys, and you go there and you'll get the information that you need. Also, Terry, I see your Buffalo Bills did a little something. How are y'all looking at last pregame?
Josh Allen is God.
Okay, I'm a Dolphin fan, so
don't care.
I'm going to try to crush the Buffalo Bills.
Not going to happen.
So hopefully we'll see what y'all do, but I'm betting on the Dolphins against y'all.
Good luck.
So
good luck with that.
We could make a little wager on that.
It's not a problem.
So Makai Sergeant, Tennessee Titans, strong out there. I'm not sure they should have the announcement if he made the team. If everybody knows Makai Sergeant, follow Makai Sergeant on Tennessee Titans. He is straight out of Key West, Florida. Shout out to Coach Hughes. Shout out to Coach Garcia. That whole Key West High School football program. Excellent job out there from streets of the Conch Republic all the way to the NFL. This is a big deal. And don't hate, salute, like this, salute people doing it big. So that's basically my time. Back on. So we'll give it a second. If not, we'll just...
It's live.
So, see that? I come from the School of Hard Knocks. I wear sunglasses at night for prescription. And the Block Hate Fantasy Fest is not canceled. That's the big news for today. So good news out here in paradise. Have a good night. And we don't know who's playing on Monday Night Football, but we finna find out. Ha!